Good Sunday. I'm having a cup of cappuccino at McDonald's because the place that I was told to go have lunch. They're not open until 12, so I'm having something light. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh, Lord. Somebody already started out with disrespect. Thank you. How are you guys doing on this Sunday? Summer is going by quickly. So I came to Catania this morning. Thank you. I'm glad that you don't. I actually didn't redact the message, but I think somebody else did. So it's always nice to know that people don't disrespect. That I appreciate your support. Whoever is in the stream, if you can like, share, comment. Oh well, happy birthday to Kahora One. Let's wish Kahora One a happy birthday. I'm wishing you a happy birthday from Sicily, Italy. I have about 1.5 more days here in this area before I head back north and eventually back to the States. Please like, I have 11 people in the stream. Do me a favor, please like it is free. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt me. You can subscribe if you want to, but only subscribe if you think you're going to like my vibe. If you don't think you're going to like my vibe, I'm not going to be offended if you don't subscribe. How is your Sunday going? So I have learned a lot of interesting things being here in Italy. And, it just has allowed me to really understand more about bureaucracy, not just bureaucracy itself, but international bureaucracy. And just kind of learning about the differences in people and also seeing how we are different but yet alike. Okay. That cafe cappuccino. So I got Precious Squeeze orange juice, believe it or not. You're welcome. Yeah, so I'm getting to not I'm getting to, it's just kind of uh another experience learning about people and just being able to be the only person, one out of in a different environment and just having the self-confidence and the willpower and the mindset to hold your own and to stand tall regardless of how different you may appear or how different you may look from somebody else, and just kind of walking around with a smile on your face and just commanding the space and saying, you know what, I have just as much right to this space as the other person. And that's the mindset you have to have. Like when you go into different spaces, don't go in being afraid or looking afraid. You have to be bold and brave. Because people look at that, people actually search your face. They look at you and they know that you're different. And it's almost like they feel sorry for you, meaning that they couldn't imagine being the only one in a different environment and not feeling some kind of a way. So, what you do, you just walk with boldness and confidence. What do you guys think? And very important, have a smile on your face. Having a smile on your face is important because guess what? They don't know what you're thinking on the inside. All they see is a smile. They don't know if you're afraid. Yes, we must be proud of our heritage. I only see humans. I judge based on characters, not your looks, madam. That's right. Yes, I absolutely agree with you. I don't see race. But unfortunately, sometimes you can be in spaces and you can tell when people have not experienced being around a different ethnic group. You can just tell by their body language and the look on their face and how they respond to you. but then you have to be the bigger person and just kind of like overlook all of that and still continue to be you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. Gotta help me out. I don't see this, but we must be proud. Yeah, we must be proud of your heritage. Why not? You know, that's history. You gotta be proud of history. You know, sometimes it's good and it's bad history. But regardless, history is history. You have to be proud of history. You know, I'm not saying be proud of bad actions that someone else may have committed. Let me know where you guys are tuning in from, what part of the globe. My dear madam, I will depart as it's chilly. I'm here. I will sleep since I need to work at 9 a.m. I wish you safe travels. Thank you, Kiora. I appreciate you joining my stream. Have a great rest of your day and good rest, good work day. I wanted to go see Mount Etna, but I guess there's stuff going on there that the tours, you know, because it's an active volcano and the tours are not like functioning like they would normally function. So I'm thinking the airport in Sicily was closed, and I think it's just reopened, at least in Catania, because of the activity. Hi guys, how are you all doing? I am just here at a McDonald's in Catania, Sicily, waiting for my lunch at a Trattoria. They open at 12. Please like, share, comment, please subscribe. See that guy with the back on the table who just put his bag cap there over there. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys. This is what I wanted to be able to go to because of the activity. There's like a curfew around it. It's a morning tour. I think I'm gonna try to do the morning tour. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, you guys.
Allora, ripeto, questa è colpa mia. Questa è colpa mia perché ieri erano rimasti che dovevano venire.
It's reason. Excuse me. See, that guy came over, so I just decided to move because I don't know, like what, Oh, okay. I guess a tray goes up here. This is organic stuff. Yeah. So I have to go get some ice. The ice is upstairs. I don't know if I want to go all the way there though, just to get ice because it looks like that's where the restaurant is. But this where I was the cafe. Look at this. Okay, here. Yeah. And
Aspetta, gli occhiali d'acqua.
Quale bambini?
Just wait and get some water.
Quali dici che c'è? Devo fare questa qua?
Vediamo gli nuggets.
Ci sono. No, infatti, no, i nuggets. Ciao, dove non ci vediamo? Ok, di questi coscienza. Poi nuggets, poi i gelati o le patate? Non è qui. Ok. 2,90. Sto preparando. Signora,
Okay, yes. Va bene.
hai anche l'altro, lo sto preparando, ok?
They must be busy. Patience. Oh, maybe I should get a Happy Meal, like I like to collect the Happy Meals. Yeah. Yeah, per favore, french fries, frizzante water. Do you have yes, for here,
What have you got? Just fries?
just fries, large. So,
You want those for fries?
I
You want fries?
No. No.
You eat too?
Yes. Yeah, I already had breakfast. I had cappuccino over on the other side. Yeah.
Oh, you went 50 cents.
Okay. Yeah, can I have a cup of ice as well? Grazie. Yes. Okay, let's see where I'm going to sit. Okay, got this sparkling water and this French fries because I already have breakfast. So it's just something to kind of fill me up. I didn't get any sauce for fries. Oh. Oh. I think you have to pay to use the restroom there. Has the measurements and the calories. Yesterday was what they call a rain holiday here, and apparently it was culminated on or about midnight. At least I woke up to fireworks. It was a national holiday. Hey, that scandal. Oh my goodness. There, I know. I know. But here's what's happening. Okay, here's what's happening. So I took a bus that traveled for over an hour to Catania, and I walked around the square. And so it was recommended that I eat at a certain trattoria, but they don't open until 12. And I didn't have any breakfast. So what I had earlier was cappuccino, freshly squeezed orange juice, a donut, because come on, you gotta have a cappuccino or coffee for the pastry. And then I just got this. I didn't get any nothing. So you could say this is kind of like the hash brown. So I'm waiting for the trattoria and I'll have lunch, but probably this one pasta. Yeah. But I know. But actually it's a better taste though. I have to say that. I was noting the measurements. They had the side of the box. Okay, and I got my frizzante water here. And sparkling water. It's the thing to do. I wish that they would push it more in the streets. With I'm gonna do more of it myself because it's really helps. No, they don't. They don't. They don't serve that. Thank God. I couldn't imagine how that would taste. There's so many different labels and brands and things. That's a nice serving tray. Friend. I really wanted to go to the seafood market, but it's closed. It's so busy. You should visit Pompeii. Yeah, I heard about that. I went on this tour yesterday, uh, for this, castle or palace, a Roman palace, and they were talking about it. Perfect. The volcano stuff is really what I want to see, but I don't know how much of anything because of the activities. They put certain restrictions on, uh, the schedule and exactly where people can go and so forth. So now, Matt's Daniel, I have to go and research more information about that. So this is where I went yesterday. So Villa Romana del Casi, del Casilla, in Piazza Amarina, and apparently there's a history regarding that. That was actually discovered by mistake. That's what the tour guide told me. There's a lot of history. So actually, I stayed in the middle of Italy, to be honest with you, because that's what it says here. That's where I stayed. And this is where I am now. So I came from here to here. And then I went from here to the castle yesterday. Yeah. Mount Vesuvius erupted and very ah wow, you are a historian. Look at you, Max Daniel. Wow. Yeah. So there was some activity regarding Mount Etna because I know that when I came across the ferry to the island here, I noticed that it was smoke bellowing, with the black type of gray smoke. But I took a picture of when I was driving in the bus of the mountain, of course, from a distance, and it's kind of like faint white. Yeah. So maybe it's kind of it's getting probably more under control. That's what I should say. Mount Vesuvius erupted and buried the city. Wow. It is still, oh, it is. Really?
Poi già, andiamo a le pantalone che hanno solo perché chiamate
Yeah, I was hoping to be able to kind of go for a night show, but like I said, because of there's like a curfew and there were restrictions around the area because there's been some activity. So I wouldn't be able to do the night show, but I'll probably come back to the area because tomorrow and try to do one of these tours. This is what I would just oh, wow.
Thanks for coming. It's a great night.
This weather is so good. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Let's see if we can do this. So I just hold it. How has Italy? Oh, I'm pretty good. I thank you for asking. I was talking earlier when I was having the cappuccino about just the benefits of being able to travel and see different parts of the world and just interact with people from all walks of life and just kind of go with such self-confidence and dignity to uh interact in such a way that regardless of whether you're the only one out of many that's different, that you just have the mindset and attitude that you have just as much right to the space as they do. And so you just kind of walk with confidence and boldness. Like, I was at this medieval festival that they had here on Friday. Today's Sunday, yesterday was a holiday. And like the whole town came out. I was like the only one there. And I didn't feel any way strange or funny, but yeah, I actually enjoyed it. So after I leave here on Tuesday, and I head to Florence, and then after Florence, I have probably a day and a half to kind of figure out where else I'll go before heading back to the States. Va bene. That means it's okay. Va bene. It's okay. Perfetto. Perfect. So, so yes. Yeah, because so yesterday was a red holiday, and it's just kind of like a religious holiday, it seems like. And in the area where I stayed, see a cathedral, apparently the Madonna, um, it centers around the Madonna coming out at a certain time, and everybody gathers around. There's a big, thing. But I didn't go. I didn't go to it. Um, I just thought it was going to be really crowded and all that kind of stuff, and I chose to kind of stay in. But so the first day I got there, the first night, was invited to dinner, and I spoke to one of the I guess the guests that were having dinner with me. I guess they're from some dance group or whatever. But the young lady, I think Frederica, she was talking to me about how she likes gospel because they were asking me what kind of music I like. And she was telling me that, even though she's Catholic, it's, the gospel music is what pulls her, causes her to feel connected to God. So I feel like a lot of people, it's just kind of like a form, just identifying with a certain religion, but like there's no connection internally. That's the sad part. Yes, but yes, you're right. Exactly. One thing I know I like, what they do in Rome and maybe some other places that I'm not familiar with, that like the pizza, they weigh it. So you can get a little bit, a lot, however, and how much you want. Isn't it crazy that Protestants are half of European Christians believe in? I know, right? And why is that? So we have the form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. I feel like maybe that's the difference. One is man-made, and I don't know, one is not.
Yes.
Yeah. But the thing is like, how much, how much, how many of us are really following the paths and the way of Christ? Excuse me, I think I just burped. That gas from the frizzante. Yeah. And we have to ask ourselves, why is that? I think it's interesting to talk to converts. Protestants don't believe in the Pope at all. Right. I feel like uh, maybe the Catholics kind of they look to the Pope as like a godhead, you know, and that's like there's only one God. Sure, my eyes, bad habit. Yeah. The important thing for me is that connection internally, because after all is said and done, when you're by your lonesome self, nobody else around, like quiet and still, it's like, what do you hear? What do you see? What do you know? What do you feel? Hear and feel. It's very important. It's that sense of knowing, you know. It's like connectivity, like what drives and what guides, what motivates. Like, a lot of times people are just afraid to be by themselves. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to pause, but I now see how you use the bathrooms. So your receipt has like a barcode that you tap on it, and I'll show you. Well, no, I don't want to put the camera there, because then that's yeah, and it um opens up a stall door. Yeah. So yeah, but anyways, what I was saying is, people are afraid to be by themselves and to be alone. And why is that? Why is that? It's like they have to stay connected with somebody else because they can't stand to be by themselves, and all the thoughts and, all the stuff that's just kind of ruminating in your head. And you have to ask yourself, why is that? Why are we a creature that has to do that? We have to reflect. We have to think about our actions. We have to connect and think about our purpose, how we've influenced or affected somebody else. I'm waiting a little bit longer in here. I know when I go to the other restaurant, I'm gonna have Wi-Fi. Um, but I'm also letting. I really didn't do much. Really, I had the orange juice. I had the donut, which was a bad thing, really. Then I had the French fries and the cappuccino, just four things. And well, the water is good. Four things I had. So I'm literally kind of thinking whether or not I'm gonna stick around here until the last bus, which leaves at 7 something, to go back. Because there's work that I can do on my laptop, which I have to do, but I'm also concerned that because of the storm we had like about 2 days ago in the area where I am, that there isn't Wi-Fi. Well, Max Daniel, I need a sign right now. Thank you, my dear. I'm looking for a sign. I'm like, maybe part of traveling to these places is to see a sign. Uh, Frankie X6Z, how you doing today? How are you doing? Pray that God gives me a sign, Max Daniel. Max, you're the one in Boston, right, Max Daniel? Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even like say that. I know people are pretty particular. Oh, I'll see. Okay, yeah. So like last year, myself and my uncle Terry, we did a day trip. We drove to Portland, Maine, just to get lobster roll. Well, that was my idea of getting a lobster roll. But yeah, so we had to pass through that area. And that was last August, as a matter of fact. Yeah. What is it, like 6 o'clock around there right now? 6 or 5? Because it's 12 o'clock here, 12:04 here. Yeah, earlier in the other section where I was, that's the Map Cafe, and that's a real cafe. Oh, you didn't get much sleep? Me neither. Me neither. Look at my face. Look. And the reason being, okay, it's because like the fireworks didn't start until it probably started a little sooner. It certainly didn't start the usual time that they do in the States. And but I know I was awakened by the fireworks, so I was able to get up and take a snapshot of it. But where I'm staying, it's called a guest house, but it's really almost like a hotel. And so where my room is, it's like off to the stairs, so you can hear people coming up the stairs. And it seemed like some people were deciding to extend this party atmosphere. They were downstairs and I could hear them. And then I had to get up early because I walked to the bus stop. So yeah. Well, hopefully you'll be able to get some more rest later. Today's Sunday, you can relax. Hopefully you don't have to work. Yeah. So next Sunday, I will still be in Italy, and of course the following week. So this will be like my last full week per se. Yeah, this is Sunday, so this coming week. Yeah, my last full week in Italy. Man, I'd love to go back to. Well, I have to go back to Rome anyways to fly up, but I'd love to go back to that one restaurant that I went to where I did a video. I tell you, that pesto pizza. no cheese, just the sauce, pesto sauce. You can taste the nice olive oil, beautiful, and you can get as little or as much. Yeah, fatto de farina. It was good. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for letting me know, and you have a good evening. Thank you. And the thing is, this stream is made not made for for kiddos or for people on a certain age, but all are welcome. And the reason being is because sometimes people come into the stream and they're disrespectful, which is why twice earlier, someone actually had to kind of redact what they say. Yeah. Well, have a good one. Keep studying the history. What are you going to major in when you get to college? Yeah. Well, I still say yes. I still say yes back then. But thank you for coming into the screen, though. Well, not I don't want to say necessarily kiddo, but I mean, the, you know, the bottom line is, when you're looking at the law and things like that, a young adult. All right. Thank you guys for joining.